Tshwane residents' march to the union buildings is expected to go ahead despite the city declaring it illegal. Police say organisers have not met some of their requirements. Residents are calling for better service delivery, low electricity rates and clean drinking water. Well, eNCA's Moagi is following the story very closely and she joins us live now. Tseho, good morning to you. So firstly, talk to us about how authorities plan to treat this march given that it is illegal.
Absolutely. Good morning, Xoli. So the plan from authorities is that they will be monitoring the situation throughout. We have seen a few vehicles, actually police vehicles, make their way through to this Patco depot where I'm currently at. And they're saying that they will definitely be monitoring the march throughout. They have been in various areas in the townships here in Tshwane where they are just monitoring just to make sure that the buses, if there are buses, that will be fetching some residents there to ensure that they are there and that everything just runs smoothly, really. I think that is the main thing for authorities here. But just to give us a clearer sense as to how they'll be monitoring this this particular march and why exactly this march is illegal is Superintendent Isaac Bahamba. We do know that he is the TMPD spokesperson. Isaac, thank you so much for your time. Just give us details about how you'll be monitoring this march, because we do know that it is illegal.
Good morning once more to your viewers. Yes, the march is very illegal. As I explained in the morning, we received the application from this group stating that they require to march from here at Old Patco Depot towards union buildings, but they could not meet certain security cluster the recommendations that we made to them to say they should provide us with certain documentation. For instance, they are saying they are going to go to union building, and we requested that they should provide us with a letter from the presidency indicating that who will receive the memorandum. Remember, you cannot just go there and demand somebody to receive the memorandum without making proper arrangements. They could not provide us with that letter and certain other requirements as required by security cluster. For instance, they indicated that they'll be coming with buses from the townships. Where are those buses going to pick up people from? They could not give us the proper answers on that one. So we decided to decline the march. We've been monitoring the areas in the townships, physically, your Atteridgeville, Mamelodi, Soshanguve. It's quiet. But what we like to emphasize is that taxis are operating, but we pick up that they are not operating as usual. It might be fewer taxis today than the usual day, but there are no incidents that were reported to us. From there, we will come now, remove all those main members from all the main roads, from all the townships, focus here into this particular depot, just to wait for in case if there's any possibility that this march might continue. And indeed, if the march continues, definitely we will have to police it as required by law. Remember, we have a duty to protect the citizens of the city, and those who are not supposed to be affected by this particular march, they deserve our safety. Hence, you will see us here just to wait for any possibilities if indeed this march might continue.
All right, thank you so much for your time. That Isaac Mahamba, he is, of course, the TMPD spokesperson, just giving us details about how they will be monitoring this particular march, saying that they will be here at this depot, and more police officials we're expecting to come through to this depot to ensure that everything just runs smoothly if this march actually takes place. And Xoli, we do know that this march is supposed to start at about between 11 and 11:30, heading through to the union buildings. And as Isaac mentioned, we are still waiting to see if this march will actually take place and if the buses that are supposed to be collecting people will actually be moving from the townships to this particular depot.
All right, Tseho, just briefly before I let you go, what's the expected turnout? How many people are expected to take part in this march?
Well, we are expecting thousands of people to take part in this march because it is people from the various townships here, and the townships in Pretoria, as we do know, are really quite big, and their grievances have also raised things like they just want some clean water. We do know that Hammanskraal has had issues with some clean water. They would also like the doing away of Nyape, for police to take more action against Nyape, for government actually to take more action against Nyape, and we do know Pretoria to be infamous for that particular drug. So quite a large number of people are expected, Xoli, to be taking part in this march, well into the thousands.
All right, thank you very much for the time being, Moagi.